It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's gonna be a busy man in the passing game. It's the 49ers and the Broncos, just ahead on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage and maybe 6 points.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Motion man right is Smith. Davis takes it straight ahead. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going right back to Davis. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming. Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it again here. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. Motioning the tight end now. On the move, headed right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Third down from the gun. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Johnson now on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Broncos, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Man in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Still sticking with the passing game. Into traffic, complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That right there, Kate, that right there has all the armchair quarterbacks going, why didn't you run it? Because you take a risk when you throw it. And if you take a sack, well, now you got to kick the field goal. If you would have pounded the football, got a little bit closer, you at least give yourself a decision on 4th. I don't think you do now.
4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They go play action on 1st. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From midfield now. He finds Sanders. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Davis up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And it's a turnover, the defense has it. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. This one finds Taylor. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er first down. They'll try and throw it here. On target to his man Taylor. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's caught near the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And Bronk, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Throwing from the gun here. Gets this to Sanders. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 39. Short pass brought in. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. He's dropping back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So that brings up 2nd down. Handoff here to Davis. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60 plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing it to start this drive. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Kittle brings it in. And they take him down right along the 30.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Fires right away, but incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes this one to Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers trying to add to their lead. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and goal. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they haven't been able to find their way on the scoreboard just yet as the deficit has reached 9 points. They'll throw on 1st. Finds Sanders. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. They'll throw it. Finds him on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's got it inside the 15. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's gonna stand. He brings it in, and this is down all the way to the 3. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Davis will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run.
Touchdown, Denver! We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. The Cowboys trying to hold on and claim victory. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Dan Marino, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
This is unbelievable.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Throw on 3rd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos get set to take over.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
2nd and 8. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. He's gonna throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Davis gets it from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And the 49ers in a nickel set. Third down coming. He'll throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sack once again taking me to my backyard. Playing ball with the neighbors. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That ball better come out. And when you're getting sacked as often as he is, you would think his timing would be a little better.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to give them the lead.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Simply put, Kate, I mean, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards? That's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Go. Smash.
On the handoff, here's Davis. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They'll go again with Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Give to Williams from the gun. Crosses the 35, room for more. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Changing things up, they're gonna throw now. Fits it through the middle. And he gets in, touchdown Denver! The Broncos grow the lead to 7. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Short pass brought in. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Second and 3 now. Now it's a bootleg for him. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolves.
And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, third down.
Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, San Francisco! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for 2. The tight end going in motion right. He's throwing for it! And he's taken down! The defense maintains the 2-point lead! Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Throwing it to start this drive. Got a man, Tanyan has it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds Sanders. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A handoff for Davis, running right. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Davis with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Play action on 1st down. Catch is made in close. It's a Denver touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos push the lead to 2 scores now. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll throw on first. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Throwing now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Bronco switch. Alert. Hey.
From the gun, McCaffrey broke through the tackle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
They motion the tight end over. Third down from the gun. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's caught beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Check. Panther. Check.
They'll throw it again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Set go.
2nd and 10 now. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got a man in motion. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The 49ers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock, paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Dump off to his fullback. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Davis. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Broncos lead by only 2. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. A give left side. Here's Davis. Flies past the 1st, inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Going right back to Davis. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set.
Going right side, Davis with it. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up to pass. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.